And one.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining us here at The Real Review Show. I'm Baker.
The Geek.
This is Samson, and we've got the Rooster over here on the boards.
Hey, what's up, Rooster? How you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
You feeling good today?
Yeah, I actually got drunk today.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Did you?
During the day?
During the day?
No, I wish. Oh, I really wish.
Day drinking, huh?
Yeah, I wish I would have day drinks, but no, I got off work and
Day drinking is really a phenomenal thing, isn't it?
it's we did that last Wednesday.
Yes.
It was one of the best days I've ever had.
I think I was the one who kind of introduced day drinking to Baker, huh?
I hadn't had day drinking since my freshman year in college. You know,
That's not really the same because
No.
that's just like you get
That's
up
just college day,
right,
right?
college
Yeah,
day,
exactly.
right.
But since then, no, there was no day drinking
Right.
unless I was like floating down a river.
Right.
You know,
No, day
but
drinking is phenomenal.
it's like, wait a minute, you day drink and you're not doing anything?
So as an
Right.
adult, you don't have a day off, and you're just like, I got nothing to do, so it's day drinking time.
It's day drinking time.
It depends. I have a hell of a honeydew list on
Oh,
most of my days off.
Shit, that's.
Okay, I got you.
I would
On
day
the
drink
list.
because I have that honeydew
There you go.
list.
Yeah, but a lot of my honeydew list has to do with like my daughter. I gotta
Uh-huh.
go, pick her up. What am I gonna do? Show up to the daycare? Hey, there's my kid right there.
That would actually be pretty
Sounds
cool.
like a good idea. Yeah, I don't know what the problem
Negative.
Make sure you
Negative.
have some old English in your hand.
is.
Well, folks, we're going to be talking to you a little bit about Jack the Giant Slayer, a new take by director Bryan Singer, who you might know from directing the X-Men movies, and also Superman Returns.
Right.
A new take on an
his-
old story.
Hold on, his best though. Don't decant the Usual Suspects because that's a
Yes,
that's a
yes.
classic, and that was one of his.
That's
that was
why-
like his second movie he ever did. So.
When they started showing the thing,
Right.
and I was like, oh, look, the Usual Suspects.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That is his best. I agree with you.
So give a little synopsis of what's going on here, so we can just cut this thing down and get this over with.
Well, I mean, it's a new take on an old story. An ancient war between humans and a race of giants is reignited when Jack, a young farmhand fighting for a kingdom and the love of a princess, opens a gateway between two worlds. I mean, they pretty much took what was literally a 6-page story when we were
Right.
kids and turned it into a 2-hour, 16-hour movie.
That's another Hansel and Gretel, right?
Sort of, yeah,
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, to a point.
Yeah, they added an entire world
Story,
around
world, sure.
one story that was very short. I mean, sure, technically, I think this movie had its merits in the sense that could have been a very good thing to build on. You know, you could have taken,
It made
Jack and the
sense.
Beanstalk. Yes,
Yeah,
it made sense.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole setup actually made sense, in my opinion, in this movie. I don't want to give anything away on what it was, but the setup to the whole being in the ground and the stalk thing actually made sense.
Sure. Save the princess. There you go. We've all seen the previews.
Yeah, exactly.
100 times.
You mean the previews that give like 3 things
Yeah, but it
away
was-
that they tried to make a
Yes,
big surprise
of
in the
course.
movie?
Well, but it
Yeah.
was boring.
Wow, that movie was.
But it was boring. I mean, it wasn't. It could have all. It had actually a producer. Christopher McQuarrie was the writer and one of the producers, and Singer is a. I mean, it had great actors in it.
Yeah, Ewan
Stanley
McGregor,
Tucci, yeah,
Stanley Tucci,
and it just was.
Ian McShane.
It was just
Yeah.
boring. It was just boring. You know.
No, I agree. I was kind of bored the entire movie.
I mean, we could sit here and talk for
Yeah.
30 minutes about the movie, but I mean, how entertaining really was it?
Really and truly, I mean, I wanted so bad to be entertained. The whole time I'm sitting there saying, okay, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And how many times did I lean over to you just to make jokes or just talk about
The comedy,
nothing?
it was completely void of comedy. You know, I mean, it was.
And what comedy
I
they did
thought there was
try?
going to be a lot of comedy in it. There was no comedy. It
No.
sucked.
The only comedy they tried
Sucked.
was was like this sophomoric just BS, like a giant
Gross.
farts.
There was one scene in it where I absolutely knew that the giant was going to pick his nose
Yeah.
and eat it or do something
He did that.
disgusting. Oh, see,
And
I
you
didn't
told
even-
me, you were like, I'm closing my
I
eyes.
closed my eyes before it. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to disgust me. I knew it wasn't going to be funny. It was going to add anything to the movie. So I just closed my eyes and turned my head.
There's nothing funny about a giant picking his nose and eating it. There's nothing funny about my 2-year-old picking her nose and eating
right.
it.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I don't even get it. It's like they were almost going for a comedy more, steered towards kids. But then
no
I
idea.
didn't know until you pointed it out. This is a PG-13 movie. A PG-13 movie where there's farting and booger jokes.
Oh, he was scratching his armpit and sniffing it. It was just weird. It sucked. I'm sorry. I didn't like it.
No,
I didn't like it. I'm going straight out the gate. I didn't like it at all. I was just struggling to keep my eyes open.
Yeah?
I did not go to sleep, but I was struggling to keep my eyes open. And there was... Even the costume was weird.
Yeah.
Do you think the costumes were kind of weird?
I don't know if
The
they
king.
were trying to go for a best in costume for next year's Academy
Jesus.
Awards or not. But yeah, the king and his weird giant shoulder
Yeah,
pads.
The most ridiculous costume award, for sure, would hit this movie.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I thought the
It
costumes
was-
were terrible.
There was overacting and over costume, and
Rooster, what'd you think, buddy?
I was extremely disappointed.
Yeah?
The first time I saw the preview, we saw like it was a long time ago actually. It was you, me, and your kids. It was like Captain America 3 or who knows what it was, right? Maybe it was a long time ago.
I don't think they've done a
They-
2.
they
but
haven't.
Straight to the 3.
It's gonna be the same
There's
stuff.
another movie that's done that. It's called Thanksgilling. Folks, if you haven't seen Thanksgilling 1, check it out. It's on Netflix.
Captain America 3, because we don't give a damn about 2.
First one was whatever. Second one and third, I was gonna stop.
Classic
But we saw
Rooster.
it for sure, and I go, oh, it's gonna be a great movie. And then we kept seeing it and seeing it and go, oh, it's not gonna be that cool of a movie. Every time I could say, it's
But-
not gonna be near as good.
To me,
It wasn't. It was not that good a movie.
To me, I went to it thinking this is going to be a guilty pleasure.
It
Down
didn't
the way.
reach that level.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
Sure.
I
But
thought,
it did
I
not
was
reach
worried
it to
about
me.
the graphics because to me it didn't look that good. But I was like, it's going to have some really funny scenes, and it's got good actors in it. I love Stanley Tucci. I really do, and it's got a different take on Jack and the Beanstalk, right?
Yeah.
That's what they-
Singer
that's what
Christopher
they're doing.
McQuarrie is a badass dude. I'm telling you, he's a badass. He directed Way of the Gun. He wrote Valkyrie. He wrote The Usual Suspects. Oscar winner. He's got a slew of great things that he's done. He wrote this. He produced it. So I was like, it's going to be somewhat good,
No, he was
And it ended up not even meeting your guilty pleasure.
Oh, and
Not
not
even
even meeting
close.
it. It's not even a guilty pleasure. It's just a crap movie.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
it
make
did.
lots of money.
No, I don't think so, buddy.
We were the only people.
No, I don't
in
think.
the
No, I don't
theater.
think so.
By the
We're
way,
always the only people in the theater.
no,
No,
not
no.
always, not even close. to
It
always.
opened. I think it opened with what I say, 27.
I said 23, but you told me 27.
Yeah, it opened with 27.
Yeah.
It was the opening weekend, so we'll see what it does by Sunday. When we review again on Sunday, we'll see what it does, because I guarantee it gets beat by everything else.
Yeah.
It's not that good. It's not that good.
It's
terrible.
definitely gonna get beat this weekend. This weekend we've got the Oz movie coming out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interested in seeing that.
Yeah, but we thought A Good Day to Die Hard was going to smoke everybody, and its opening weekend, it didn't even beat Identity Theft, which is still freaking top
But
of
that
the
movie
charts.
Kicked ass for the rest of the.
Yeah, Identity
It's
Thief is still
Identity
making
Thief
money.
is
Lots
still
of
making.
money.
It's a number 2. It's a number 2
Ridiculous.
movie. It's still making money.
So, my buddy, I'm guessing this is how his name is pronounced. Bill Nighy. It's Nighy.
Science guy.
Close.
Very close.
But no, the guy who played the leader of the Giants, he did the voice for that. He also did the voice for Davy Jones in the pirate movies.
He was in Underworld.
He was in Underworld. He played Victor.
Gotcha.
He was in Harry Potter. I mean, the guy is in so much right now.
Well, yeah, he was. What did he play in Potter?
He played Rufus Scrimgeour, the new Minister for Magic in the 6th and 7th book.
Oh, okay.
And so, excuse me.
Would you stop coughing? You're making me sick with that.
I know it's terrible.
All right,
But-
so give me we're summing this up, making it quick, or what are we doing?
Let's do it.
Would you
Rooster, what have you got
Huh?
for a rating, buddy?
Oh, jeez.
say something funny? We haven't said something funny. The movie's really not all that good. So can you say something funny?
I would. I don't care to see this movie again. So it's anesthetic.
Anesthetic?
Only to be used as
And
anesthetic.
Anesthetic only, because I was highly disappointed,
Oh,
and I saw it, and I don't want to ever see it again. It sucked.
hold on, let me ask you a question though. Are your kids gonna want to watch it? And would you watch it with your kids? And if so, maybe it's not anesthetic.
Okay,
huh?
I got all these answers for you.
Well, what's with the Robert De Niro face you got going on? You're like, maybe
And
it's not
I'm
anesthetic,
I'm
huh?
ready with those answers, by the
You
way.
did it. It was great.
My kids might like it because they're 5 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
They like just move. They definitely like stories that they know of.
Right.
Jack the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
They would like that in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't that much action, so they couldn't get disappointed or some weird shit, right?
Yeah.
And there was definitely no vulgarity or anything like that, right?
Correct.
So my kids might like it, and I won't watch it with them. Not anyway.
Wow, Rooster. You
I'll
just
download-
you
I'll-
just stomped on it. You curb stomped that movie.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
let them
wow.
watch it.
Yeah.
You American History X that movie, right?
Yeah, it sucked. I'm not gonna watch it ever again, but I'll let my kids watch it, and they might love it. They're 5
Yeah?
years old.
No, okay. How about you? Baker, what you got, buddy?
This movie was so much worse than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I wasn't going to walk in and say that it was going to be the next, the next Lord of the Rings or anything in that kind of thing, whatever. I don't...
Well, the Rooster thought it was going to be like a Hobbit, like the Hobbit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
exactly.
thought it would be definitely as cool as The Hobbit, but cooler. So not the dorks would like it so much,
Yeah,
but I would like it, and I didn't like it. So
thanks a lot. We're called geeks, by the way.
He just
Okay.
told
Wait,
us-
Dorks is an offensive... That's our word. That's our
Hey,
word.
dork is kind of offensive. Geek is
It's a little
eh,
bit
no,
offensive.
There's a little bit of
I thought dorks were
cachet
cool.
to
No, I
geek.
thought dorks
Dork
were cool.
is just wow.
No, dorks are cool.
No, dorks are not cool. There's no
Dorks are cooler than geeks.
Not
No,
even
geeks-
we geeks
geeks-
are cool with dorks.
Geeks and nerds could kind of be cool because I was kind of a nerd in college. Never been a geek in my life, but I was definitely kind of a nerd in college. So nerds could be cool. Geeks could be cool. Dorks, absolutely not.
Dorks are the nerds and geeks that no one likes ever.
Hey, if you're
Dorks
talking
and
about Hobbit,
douchebags. I'm
no,
sorry.
no.
Dorks and
I don't care
douchebags.
what anybody says. If you're talking about Hobbit, you're a dork.
You're not a.
How
Don't-
dare
no,
you're a
No,
geek.
no, you're a geek.
Oh,
Man.
you're a hater.
wrong.
A dork.
And if you're talking about that, you're a hater. And in answer to your
Wow.
question,
Wow,
I am going to say
offensive guy over here.
I'm gonna say wait for the network premiere because you're
Surprise, surprise.
Because he's a dork and he likes all
Surprise,
this.
No,
surprise.
It's
from
a
the
question
movie
you
whore.
brought up. It's a question you brought up to Rooster. Actually, kind of helped me here. You asked him just now if your kids want to watch it. Are you gonna watch it?
Nope.
And he said no. And you
Nope.
know what? I probably would watch it with my goddaughter or like my niece and nephew or whatever. I would. My daughter, she won't care if it doesn't have Dora the Explorer. She doesn't care. But I'd sit and watch it again with some kids. Would I be entertained? No, I'd probably go in the kitchen and make a sandwich through half of the movie.
But would you recommend other people to sit there and watch it with their nephews and nieces and whatever? Because kids are movie whores.
Yeah.
They're movie whores. Kids
Yeah.
don't
Worse
watch a
than you,
movie
Baker.
and go, oh, this doesn't have a very good plot line, Dad. You know, they
Yeah.
like anything that has action
Yes.
and people picking their nose. It doesn't matter.
And that's
right?
why I think if it shows up on the network premiere, go ahead. You and your kids watch it.
Oh, no.
Watch it
No,
once.
you're
Why
wrong.
not?
You are wrong. I agree with you, Roaster. Only to be used as anesthetic. I think this is Bryan Singer's worst movie he's ever done. Out of all the ones I've seen most of the ones he's done. I think he should be ashamed. Or even I can't. It's terrible.
It's tough for
movie.
me. It's tough for me to
Terrible.
agree with you on that because, as I've said before, I think that
We're not getting into X-Men.
X-Men
dude. We're
3
not
was
getting
so
into
terrible,
X-Men.
but this one was worse.
I
yes.
will watch X-Men 3 50 times more than
Yes.
I'll watch this crap.
Guaranteed.
Right.
All right, folks. Well, thanks a lot for joining us once again here at The Real Review Show. You can see us on Facebook.com/TheRealReviewTX. Also, follow us on Twitter at Samson L. Matador, at Baker the Geek, and at The Rooster BB. And coming soon, our website.
TheRealReviewShow.com.
That's right, folks. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
Bitch.
How short was it? How short?
We're at 16 minutes after cuts.
16.